There you have it. Bluegrass gentlemen. Pretty good, don't he? A couple years in a row, we had a good time working with them here last year. We have a better time every time we get together. From down in the mountains of Virginia, let's make them welcome, Lost and Found.
But I warn you, the louder you holler, the more we are saying goodbye, dear, forever. I'm leaving your false love behind. Every promise you made has been broken. You're no longer the sweetheart of mine. Go back to the bar down the street, dear, and stay with your honky-tonk kind. Go back to the life you've been living. You're no longer the sweetheart of mine. Someone true and faithful, and that is the way it had to be. You wanted your honky-tonk life, dear. You're no longer a sweetheart to me. Go back to the bar down the street, dear, and stay with your honky-tonk kind. Go back to the life you've been living. You're no longer a sweetheart of mine. Another victim added to your list, dear. You're no longer a sweetheart to me. Go back to the bar down the street, dear, and stay with your honky-tonk kind. Go back to the life you've been living. You're no longer a sweetheart of mine. Here's for the girls. Sweet Rosie by the river, we met there when the sun was going down. I knew it was true love forever when Rosie lay beside me on the ground. Looking good, huh? When I first met Rosie by the river, a beauty like no man had ever seen, and I could feel the passion deep within me as I began to tell her of my dream. Sweet Rosie by the river, we met there when the sun was going down. I knew it was true love forever when Rosie lay beside me on the ground. As we talked, she seemed to listen with hunger, and her eyes told me that she was dreaming too. As our lips met, she whispered to me softly, let me make all your dreams come true. Sweet Rosie by the river, we met there when the sun was going down. I knew it was true love forever when Rosie lay beside me on the ground. I appreciate it. Y'all going to cause me to want to stay up here with acting like that this time of day. I'll tell you, goodness gracious. Last year was our first time to come to Shinhopple. We'd heard about it, and everything we heard was true. It's where people get together and love one another. and have a good time and enjoy the music and make an entertainer feel good. And I certainly have enjoyed last year and looking forward to coming back this year and having a whole lot of fun and good time with you. A couple of new songs that we probably hadn't heard us sing. Maybe one of them you hadn't anyway. That Sweet Rosie by the River is a new song. It's from our most recent album called The Deal, and we're having a lot of fun with that. Got some new personnel we want to get you acquainted with as we go along, and most of all, just have a good time like we do down at the house. So y'all keep your applause going, and we'll pick and sing for you. By the way, fellas, let's do that most recent cut we got, the title of that album, Don't Let Your Deal Go Down. Bring along my rocking chair. If these doggone blues don't leave my mind, I'm gonna rock away from here. Well, honey, don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down. Well, honey, don't let your deal go down. Can't last, those dollars gone. Thank y'all. That's getting on with it. That's the tune that we heard Charlie Poole and the North Carolina Ramblers do back in the 20s. We didn't hear it, but just on record. And some of the people in that part of the country used to see those fellas still refer to it. They say, by the way, you know the deal? And I said, we sure do. Just record it. Having a lot of fun with it. Let me get you introduced to the fellas on stage. So if you happen to have went by the grocery store and got those rotten tomatoes, you'll know who to throw what at. This young gentleman with the banjo come to work with us in March this year, and we're real excited about all the music he's playing. And we're excited about his youth. We finally got somebody to run out of the bus, and the girls will follow. 18 years old, just graduated from high school the 24th of May. In our part of the country, the tradition is you go to Myrtle Beach right after graduation. He went down for 2 weeks, and he come home, and he had them old brown spots all over his neck on both sides, ever such a kind of way.
One of them bit him, Alan.
Well, I wasn't going to get into that.
You want to tell him where?
We'll get a little further down after a while here. I want you to make welcome a young gentleman from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. His name is Jody King. Say hello to him right here, would you? How about it?
girls?
Oh, we have a lot of fun with that guy. We were out a few weeks back, and he got on a house kick. Everything was hot for about 2 or 3 days. We had a good time with him. Nothing like having youth in the group. Makes me feel like I'm back about 23 again. I hate to be 35 as long as I've been, but gosh knows it's good to be around a good bunch of fellows like this. We're in the process of getting material together to record, and it's a song that the Stanley brothers introduced a long time ago, well, about 1960. It always impressed me because it's a great song, and the Stanleys never did anything, I think. It wasn't great, and since Dempsey started doing some baritone, and Ronnie's doing some tenor parts with me, give me a chance to do some lead like I'd like to do. We want to share this with you. Maybe you can look forward to the new album when we get a chance to record. It's called God Gave You to Me. Darling, I'll go drifting with the tide. favorite Don Reno and Red Smiley songs that we recorded in 1986, I guess it was, when we did that album, and had Steve Wilson playing guitar with us, and we had a chance to go by the hospital down in Charlottesville, Virginia, let Don Reno hear that cut, and he gave us a big old okay. It was always a pleasure to ever be around that fellow. One of my favorite people in the industry was Reno and Smiley. Get to see him 5 days a week, top of the morning, down in Roanoke, Virginia, from about 1955 to about 1965. So some great years. We had a lot to feast on down those parts. At 19 and about 54, 55, along in those early years of my youth, when I was just barely big enough to notice the girls, I fell in love with a girl and was going to church with some people that were instrumental in the Pentecostal Holiness Church around Danville, Virginia. Gentleman and lady were like in their 40s. They were sweethearts, teachers of the young men's Sunday school class, the young girls' Sunday school class. For some reason, that couple were never married, and I took the lifestyle of it and put it in a song, titled it Wild Mountain Flowers for Mary. We grew up living close to each other, went to school and played side by side, and I longed for the day I would ask her if she would be my bride. I picked some wild mountain flowers for Mary and told her I loved her today, but she said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way. Her daddy died when she was very young, and she never knew love from a man. And I tried hard to show her that I loved her, and tried to make her mother understand. I picked some wild mountain flowers for Mary and told her I loved her today, but she said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way. Now my days of youth are gone, but I am happy, and my time's not very far away. I picked some wild mountain flowers for Mary and placed them on her grave today. I picked some wild mountain flowers for Mary and told her I loved her today, but she said we never could marry, mother would stand in the way. She said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way. Ah, boy. I enjoy singing that song and appreciate it a lot. Let me do just something that I want to do here for a minute. There's a gentleman that we hold the highest respects for in the world that we've had the fortune of traveling with last week and again this week. As a native of Patrick County, Virginia, grew up in those parts and where we live. Was teaching at Alice Lloyd College over in Pippa Passes, Kentucky. Made his way back home and is employed with the Gibson Instrument Company, and is traveling as a field representative from Gibson, and he's here this weekend. You heard Ed mention a while ago, Doug Hutchins is the fellow I'm talking about. Also, Doug is the creator of a syndicated bluegrass program called Bluegrass Today, and I'm sure you heard that somewhere along your radio station. If you've got a Gibson instrument, it makes no difference how sorry or how good it is. He wants to know if it's bad or good. And if you've been waiting to save that old banjo to break over somebody's neck, there's a man right over there you can do it with. If you want to pick a RB3, he's got some new ones over there. He didn't bring them out to show now. He brought them for you people to pick on them. He got some of the new F5L mandolins that he's brought from Gibson, I think a A model. And he invites you to come over and visit and look and talk the rest of the afternoon if you want to, because that's for his purpose of his out as a field rep to find out what you people think and see if they can improve, and I think they're doing a great job. We were out in North Carolina, Kentucky, and Oklahoma last week, and we wanted to bring him up and get him to meet Mr. Arnold Banker and all the people up these parts. So be sure to go by the Lost and Found tent and say hello to Doug and talk with him some before the day's gone. While you're over there, carry you about $150 and buy 2 or 3 of them Lost and Found albums while you're over there. We got plenty of them. And I want to tell you this too. This gentleman with the mandolin has an instructional videotape. If you're just a beginner, want to learn to pick some of them licks that he puts down, he's got them on a videotape. You can take one of those home with you too. We got some badges, buttons, all kind of things that gypsies carry on the road with them. And we got dirty drawers in the bus if y'all do laundry. So just the whole 9 yards. We don't leave, did we leave anything out? I can't think of nothing. What I was about to do is introduce the fellow with the mandolin, the original member of the Lost and Found, since it began back in 1973. And at that time, he was the same age as the banjo player. And he's the man we used to send out to get the girls. And he done a good job for about 5 or 6 years. First thing you know, the girls figured they was older than he was, and they wouldn't have anything to do with him. But he still picks a good mandolin. Make welcome from Endicott, Virginia, Dempsey Young. Would you say hello to him right here? How about it? Dempsey Young with the mandolin. Oh, he's hot as a baked tater today. Gracious on time. You tell a man don't get no sleep, he don't know where he's at, does he? From that most recent album with the folks at Rebel Records were kind enough to release on us is a song in it that we picked up from Red Rector. We were touring in Europe with him in 1982, and Red was singing a song that the late Molly O'Day and Len Davis had penned and put together for Columbia Records many, many years ago. I love to sing it, and I'm sure bet you've heard it somewhere along the way. It's called Why Do You Weep, Dear Willow? Seems to hide its face, for it is only shielding my mother's resting sure that there's a heaven where mother waits for me. Why do you weep, dear willow? Why do your branches hang low? Could it be you know a secret that other trees don't know? That other trees don't know.
Politics time. It's election coming, man. Let her go.
Now look here, you rascal, see what you've done. You shut up my husband with an Ivy Johnson gun and turn you back to Washington. Well, he jumped on his horse and tore down through Maine. Doc told his horse we gotta outrun this train from Buffalo to Washington. Well, McKinley hollered, McKinley's fault. Doc told McKinley, said, I can't find the ball. You found him died, you found him died. Well, now Reagan's in the White House, been doing his best. If Democrats get elected, just might be for the best. Long gone, let's see what's gonna happen. I thought I'd check y'all out, see what it is. Since Monday's convention week down in Atlanta and the big town there, we'll see what's going on there. And I wish them all the best. And I wish I was down there to kind of hang out with them. Maybe something good might rub off on me. You can't ever tell down in Atlanta, Georgia. You'd have to watch. It's kind of far south down those parts there, but I know that they'll have a great convention there. This gentleman with a guitar, we haven't had a chance to get you acquainted with him yet. We definitely want to do that today because we're having a lot of fun with this gentleman. Sings all the parts. Just as a super good person. What I like about him, he don't take up much space. You notice he turns sideways and stands in the shadow of a telephone pole. But he eats like the dickens. If I had to feed him, I wouldn't own him for nothing in the world. He'll eat more than an old poor mule would. Wants to stop all the time and eat. I don't see where in the world he puts it.
I believe he needs worming.
He probably does.
You know, Alan, he's the first guitar picker we've ever had, but I could look over there at him, and his guitar is thicker than he is.
He's got on baggy
If
britches,
you don't
too.
believe it, just come by and I'll show you how big it is. But he wears it well.
If you go to the vets, we'll get some worm medicine, see if we can't get him straightened out here a little bit. I know it might have. I think it'd be good to call on him and see if he couldn't render here a little bit. I'd love to hear him do something like that anyway. Andy loves it. He always loves to render. And I think it'd be a good time for this gentleman to do it. I want you to say hello from Germantown, North Carolina, and make welcome Ronnie Bowman. Would you say hello to him, Ronnie?
I need I come closer, stop crying and listen to me. I guess it's too late now, but somehow I must make you see. What we thought was our world was only
just reminds me of someone who's waiting alone. Anita, you're dreaming. When you awake, I'll be gone. Anita, it's over. There's nothing that's left now to say. Anita, you're dreaming. I know it's better this way. Anita, you're dreaming. I know it's better this way. Good singer, and we enjoyed him too. Ain't it great? Be sure to come by the record table sometime this afternoon. We got some new publicity photos we got highball this time. We went color. And the fella told me, he said, it just kind of like driving a Cadillac, didn't cost but a few dollars more, and I tried that too, but he didn't say how many more dollars more, but we went ahead and got the color pictures. I'd be glad to autograph them for you. If you're gonna, did you people up here plant garden much? Now, we've come up the road, saw 2 or 3 fields of corn. Do y'all raise a garden? Do you? How many of you people raise a garden? Showed up.
If you
garden? I don't know how about here. It's been dry as 2 Dickenses at home, and beans and things ain't worth a hoot. But the beetles got on them real bad. I took 2 of them lost and found pictures and put them out there on each end of the row, and it run the beetles plumb off. So you know you got something you can do with it, man. Fella said, tell me about a few weeks back, so he took some down in Arkansas and put them in a corn crib, and said the rats brought back corn they'd stole 2 years ago. So you know they're good. Get you a lost and found picture. Lord have mercy. I've had fun visiting with you. It's been a great time, and I'm looking forward to the afternoon, the whole entire day, socializing with you. Looking forward to tomorrow. We got no rush to get back home, because it'll be there when we get there. We want to stay as long as we can and have a good time with you. Our friend Don Kissel, and who's that kink-head fellow sitting beside you over there? Is he really, never met before? Well, he looks sort of funny. Has he got a long pigtail running down the back of his neck there? No. I can't, well, he's like kink-head. He's a, hello, Alan. Look like he might be from New Jersey, is he? Well, we won't hold that against you, son. Anyway, appreciate it. We're glad to see all you folks. We're going to do a gospel song we recorded in 1982, and we're going to get off the stage, and thank y'all for being kind to us. Come on down. Lord, we've waited here so long, singing praises, singing songs, waiting for the happy day that you'll return. When we hear the trumpet blast, we will welcome you at last, and we're back with you to the throne of God. Come on down, Lord, and gather in your fold. Come on down, like the shepherd in the glorious days of old. Come on down, come and get your children, don't be slow. It's so weary in this wicked world below. A home he promised on the other shore. There will feast on peace and love with our Father up above. In his mansion we will live forevermore. Come on down, Lord, and gather in your fold. Come on down, like the shepherd in the glorious days of old. Come on down, come and get your children, don't be slow. It's so weary in this wicked world below. In the glorious days of old, come on down, come and get your children, don't be slow. It's so weary in this wicked world below.
do it a little bit better than a lot of other people in the business. They're going to mix the set up for you this morning. Little gospel, little traditional bluegrass music. They were here with us yesterday. Last year they were here. Everybody loved them to death. Let's make them welcome to Lost and Found.
Thank you for all the kind words that you said, and whether you meant it or not, we appreciate it anyway. Yeah. Boy, I guess y'all are all about dried out. Did you hang your boots up outside and get all the mud and the crud out of it? Well, it's not really that muddy, is it? But it was just a good rain and just enough to make a fella feel good in the morning time. I hope you do feel good. I've had breakfast, and I've taken that you have, or either you're going to bring some with you, because we're going to be here for the duration for a spell this morning, have a whole lot of fun and good time with you. And appreciate you coming out. We'll sing some songs that we normally don't sing, except on Sunday morning, because we don't know them well enough, and we're going to see how much we can fool you with. What we know good as anybody, we just don't know much. You know a case like that, how that goes, eh? But I got some things we want to do with you and have a good time, and just kick up, and maybe you'll enjoy it a little bit. So hang on with us. Let's get it out of this swing. Coming for to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me. Coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot. Coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot. Coming for to carry me home. Coming for to carry me home. Tell all of my friends I'm coming too. Coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot. Coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot. Coming for to carry me home.
coming for to carry me home. I sometimes feel I'm heavenly bound, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Coming for to carry me home.
Oh, you're kind audience, I appreciate it a bunch here. I wonder if we didn't get a chance to talk. About 6 weeks, or maybe less, we may get it in maybe 30 days, and we recorded some old standard songs and some new songs in that gospel album. And if you're a record buyer, if you look for Lost and Found, Hymn Time will be the title of the album. And if you keep up with numbers, it'll be on Rebel Records, and it'll be 1668 is the number of the album, if you want to put that in your little book and keep up with it. And well, this song that we're going to do will be in that particular album, too. I like to sing it. One that Flat and Scruggs introduced it back a bunch of years, called Give Me My Flowers While I'm Living. In this world today, while we're living, some folks say the worst of us again. But when we're dead and in our caskets, they always slip some lilies in our hand. Won't you give me my flowers while I'm living, and let me enjoy them while I can. Please don't wait till I'm ready to be buried, and then slip some lilies in my hand. In this world is where we need our flowers, a kind word to help us get along. If you can't give me flowers while I'm living, then please don't throw them when I'm gone. Won't you give me my flowers while I'm living, and let me enjoy them while I can. Please don't wait till I'm ready to be buried, and then slip some lilies in my hand. Won't you give me my flowers while I'm living, and let me enjoy them while I can. Please don't wait till I'm ready to be buried, and then slip some lilies in my hand. We'll smack Ed McManus. We'll do, since we got him over there and he's over there. Was that you howling? Was that dog over there a while ago? Ah, here, look at that. Tipsy Young has an instrumental song that we recorded in this gospel album, too. And he's also got it in an instructional video. If you need people or like to pick up on some of the licks he plays on the mandolin, you'll find that particular song in there. And somebody turn that dog loose or give him a drink of water. Ed, would you fix him there? Dempsey does a super good job on picking this. I first heard the late Paul Warren with Lester Flat Show many years ago play this, and it was always pleasing. We asked Dempsey if he could capture that sound. He said he'd try, and I think he does it equally well. Make him welcome while he plays What a Friend We Have in Jesus, would you? see Charlie Chase finally made it back from town last night. He sure did stay. Doris, he stayed gone all night? He must have went plumb to Chicago to get that loaf of bread and a quart of milk. But he's got everything going over in that part of the country. That Charlie Chase, if you hadn't been by the little blue tent, he's got record albums and tapes, cassettes, CDs, all kind of things. And he might have some lost and found stuff over there. So if you didn't get some from us, be sure to see Charlie before you go, or if you ever find out around where he is. And you'd enjoy talking to Doris a little bit, too. If you catch Charlie going, you'd enjoy talking to Doris more. Because she'll hug you a little bit. She's from Michigan, but she's got that southern hospitality all around her every time. I appreciate it a bunch, all of you. I want to thank you for being kind to us this morning. We'll see you again this afternoon, and we'll be around having a good time with you and enjoy it all. Hope you have a good morning this morning. Come on down. Lord, we've waited here so long, singing praises, singing songs, waiting for the happy day that you'll return. When we hear the trumpet blast, we'll welcome you and go back with you to the throne of God. Come on down, Lord, and gather in your fold. Come on down, like the shepherd in the glorious days of old. Come on down, come and get your children, don't be slow. It's so weary in this wicked world below. Side, we'll all be satisfied. A home he promised on the other shore. There will be no peace and love without Father up above. In his mansion we will live forevermore. Come on down, Lord, and gather in your fold. Come on down, like the shepherd in the glorious days of old. Come on down, come and get your children, don't be slow. It's so weary in this wicked world we go. In the glorious days of old, come on down, come and get your children, don't be slow. It's so weary in this wicked world below. Thank you.
Cooler in this shade than it is out there.
No, Mr. Minster, there is nobody in this country does it better. Let's make them welcome out here. Doyle, Lawson, Quicksilver.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Get hard in. One. All right. One. 1, 2.